Welcome back and thanks for stopping by. Shanks is a really strong deck to play right now, so let's get right into the deck profile. I play 2 copies of the 10 cost Rush Shanks and 3 copies of the 10 cost Pop Shanks. Rushing and lowering power is strong, but removing practically anything from the field feels even better. I play 4 copies of Dragon. I actually prefer him as a 10 Dawn Rush play, since swinging 9 with him and 9 with your leader is usually better than swinging 5 and 12. For removal, I play 3 copies of Rayleigh, 4 copies of Ben Beckman, and 2 copies of Newgate. I also play 4 copies of Yasop and 4 copies of the 5 cost Rush Luffy. For blockers, I play 4 copies of the 1 cost Chopper, 4 copies of Lucky Roo, as well as 2 copies of the 5 cost Rayleigh. I also play 4 copies of the 4 cost Chopper, and for more 2K counters, I play 4 copies of Hongo and 4 copies of Otama. These are really useful for lowering power as well. And finally, I play 2 copies of Red Force.
It's time to duel!
So for the first duel, we're up against Buggy, and I'm a little worried because it's really easy for them to protect their characters from leaving the field. So I decide to keep my hand because I have a dragon, and I have 2K counters, and I have a blocker. And I just might be able to remove some of his characters if he doesn't play a Croc and Mihawk early. I play a Lucky Roo and pass it over to him. And on his 5 Dawn turn, unfortunately he does have a Croc and Mihawk, so that's really unfortunate, and he plays an Alvida and he has a lot of advantage right now. I swing 6 at life and he takes it, but it ends up being a Sables and he bounces my Lucky Roo back to hand. I play the 5 cost Rayleigh as another blocker, and I end up discarding the Beckman because I won't be able to trash any characters anymore. My game plan from here on out will be to drop the Rayleighs. He'll still have to discard to protect them, but their powers will stay lowered, which will be helpful during his turn. He swings 6 at life, so I use my leader effect and I discard a Lucky Roo. And then he swings 7 at life and I take. And it's a Chopper. He swings 6 at life, so I use my blocker and I discard another Lucky Roo. Then he plays a Mihawk, fixes his hand, and passes. So here I definitely know I want to play the Rayleigh. I'm just considering which characters I want to lower power. In the end, I realize he's always going to be able to keep his Croc and Mihawk, so I go for his blocker and his Alvida. Then I swing 5 at his Alvida, which he blocks and counters out. And here I should have just swung at the Alvida and made sure I got it off the field, but I got a little greedy and I swung at the Mihawk instead, and so he was able to counter out. With nothing left to do, I pass it over to him, and the first thing he does is use another Sables, and he bounces my blocker Rayleigh back to hand. Then he plays another Croc and Mihawk, and he plays Emoji afterwards. Then he swings 5 at life with his leader, which I block with my leader effect, and then he swings 7 at life and I take it. He passes it over to me and I draw Yasop, but I'm thinking of going for a more aggressive play this turn. I decide to summon my dragon and give 2 Dawn to my leader. I swing 8 at his Croc and Mihawk, and he unfortunately has a 2K counter. I swing 8 at it again, and he blocks, and then I swing 9 at it, and he lets it go. And then I almost end my turn before I summon the 1 cost blocker Chopper and pass. He summons Galdino to dig through his deck, and he draws Kabaji. He summons the Kabaji, and then summons another Kabaji, replacing the Galdino. And then with 1 Dawn left, he attaches it to his leader, and he swings 6 at life. So I use my leader effect, and I discard a Yasop. And he has no cards in hand, so I really want to pop this Croc and Mihawk while I have the chance. and I'm just deciding the best way to do it. At first I'm thinking of using Rayleigh and pairing it with Otama, but then I realize I'm not really scared of his attacks next turn, so I just drop the 10-cost Shanks and keep Otama in hand. I swing 5 at life and he takes. Then I swing 8 at life and he takes. And then I swing 9 at life and he thinks about it, and he takes. I pass it over to him, realizing that I just filled his hand right back up, so I'm pretty worried about Buggy. He uses a cross guild to search his deck, and he grabs another Kabaji. He plays another Galdino to search his deck again. And there he is, there's the Buggy. He goes 8 at my Rayleigh, so I just use my leader's effect. And then he plays the Buggy, and he puts my Shanks on the bottom of my deck. He goes 5 at life, so I just counter out. And then he passes it over to me. I think about what I'm going to do for a second, and then I decide to play my Rayleigh. And I lower one of his Kabajis, I lower his Mihawk, and then I pop his Kabaji, just to make sure that I'm definitely getting over it. Then I attach 2 Dawn to my leader and swing 7 at life. And miraculously, he has the counters for it, so I swing 8 at life, and he blocks, and then I swing 9 at life, and he blocks again. And then I pass it over to him. He draws for a turn, and he top decks a pudding, so he plays it, and he makes me shuffle my hand into my deck and draw 5 new cards. He uses his Buggy to swing 12 into my dragon, so I block with my chopper. Then he swings 8 into my Rayleigh, and I use my leader's effect. Then he swings 8 into my Rayleigh again, so I discard a Lucky Root. He passes and has nothing, so I just swing with Dragon. So good game, I really felt like I was cooking with this. Let's get right into the next duel. Alright, so for duel number 2, we're against Enel. And I decided to keep my hand because Enel is a very top heavy deck, and I have a very top heavy hand. So I really think I can compete with that. On my first turn, I play Red Force, and then on his first turn, he swings 6 at life, so I take it, and then he plays Hirohoshi. He passes it over to me, and I swing 5 at life, and he takes. Then I drop my Lucky Root, and I pass my turn. He plays Zeus and pops my Lucky Root, so I use my Lucky Root and I pop his Zeus. Then he swings 5 at life, so I use my leader effect, and then he plays a Charlotte Brûlée, and he passes his turn. I throw 2 Dawn onto Shanks, and then I go 7 at life, which he blocks with Brûlée. Then I summon Hongo and my 1-cost blocker Chopper, and I pass it over to him. On his turn, he plays another Zeus. And then he summons Frankie and swings 6 at life, and I decide to take it. And I decide to go 5 at life, which in hindsight is a bit of a misplay, especially since it's a 0-cost event, super lucky. But I drop Rayleigh, and I end up popping his Frankie. I pass it over to him, and he puts 7 Dawn onto Zeus and swings 7 at life. I decide to take, and then he swings 7 again with Enel, and I counter out. He passes turn, and I swing over Zeus with my leader. And then I drop my 10-cost Rush Shanks. I choose not to swing because it won't get me anywhere, and it leaves my characters vulnerable. Also, I'd rather keep him at 2 life cards so he doesn't get his full effects. He goes 5 at life, so I use Shanks. And then he drops a 10-cost Ace, and he gains a life, and then passes it over to me. I use my other 10-cost Shanks to pop his Ace, and then I choose not to swing again, because otherwise I'd just be giving him free cards. So he drops another ace, and he's back up to 4 life, but he still can't rush, so he passes. I play another 10 cost Shanks and pop it as well. Then I swing 5 at life, and I'm considering swinging with another character, and in hindsight I should have, but I didn't want to rest my better Shanks and leave it vulnerable. I pass it over to him, and he goes 5 at life, so I use my leader effect. And he plays a 10 cost Enel, and chooses not to swing. I realize that I'll be able to pop his Enel with my Ben Beckman, so I go 5 at life, and he takes it, and it's a Hikunojo. And then I go 12 at life, and he takes it. I go 12 at life again, and he takes it, and it's a Brule. So I go 12 at life again, and he blocks. And then I go 8 at life, and he takes it, and it's another Kikunojo. This guy's triggers have been insane this game. This guy just doesn't miss, it's crazy. So anyway, I use my red force, then I use Otama, then I play another red force, and then I play Ben Beckman, and I trash his Enel. He plays another Enel, but there's nothing he can do. He swings 5 at life, so I use my leader's effect. He swings 5 at life again, I counter out. He swings with his other Kikunojo, so I counter out again. And then he swings with Enel, and I just take the life. He passes it over to me. So I just swing 12 at life with Shanks, and he blocks. I swing 12 at life again, and he takes it. He puts another card in life. I swing 12 at life again. He takes it, and then he just scoops. He knows there's nothing he can do. So that was a really great game. I just really love playing this deck. So let me know what you guys want to see next. And don't forget to subscribe, it really helps the channel. But until then, I'll see you guys next time.